What's up, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I want to break down something with Tesla, SPY, Nvda, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers, and break down some big news that's coming out for the markets, what's going on with the big reactions we're seeing from the markets as well. You should be watching for as time progresses. Let me just mention that I'm not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire community as a whole. Anyways, let's talk about the market. How are we looking so far? The answer is right now, SPY is seeing a very, very nice pump to these highs. We're approaching this resistance at 549, and we're seeing a very positive reaction to initial jobless claims and such thus far. But we do have a little bit more data coming out in just about 3 minutes. So we'll see how the market responds over the next couple of minutes as well. So far, the market remains bullish. I just want to mention that we've gotten some very, very nice reactions to initial jobless claims. This was at 227,000 below expectations, and the market was loving that thus far. On top of this, we had some data from the Philly Fed. Market got a very, very positive reaction to its employment and new orders data. So far, the market just loved the data. It just pumped like crazy, and the bulls still have the edge. Now, we have a bunch of Fed speakers throughout the day, so be mindful of that. We have them at 9:10 a.m. We have Harker giving a speech later on, and we just have a bunch of them. So that's going to be the next thing that's worth mentioning. And finally, at 9:15 a.m., we also have the manufacturing and industrial numbers coming out. That's going to be in about 2 minutes from now. I just want to note to everyone that right now, there's a 74.5% chance the Fed gives us a 25 basis point cut and a 25.5% chance we get a 50 basis point cut. Right now, the odds are favoring that 25 basis point cuts. The market's now anticipating this after that CPI report, and it's not really a bad thing in any way, shape, or form. I would say the market's been more cautious when trying to price that instead. So it's worth noting. As far as Walmart goes, they've beaten estimates after earnings came out. This is pretty big for retail and the markets. We had about EPS of about 67 cents above expectations with revenue beating. Net income did dip a little bit, but overall, they're still doing relatively well. And their e-commerce sales are up quite a bit. They're up about 21% globally. And finally, their guidance is pretty good. So we had good guidance, which is why the share price is up. So good guidance, good earnings are helping Walmart pretty much just pump. That's why it's up about 9% right now. And that's great, great, great for the company. They did very, very well. Now, the market's also looking at some more data. We're seeing a lot of talk about this, especially for consumers. So far, we're going to be looking for some very, very big reactions, but that's going to be pivotal for the way things are moving this far. As far as SPY goes, I just want to mention that as of right now, we are above 547. We've broken that resistance. So instead, this is kind of looking more like a cup to me that's starting to form. Could this be kind of like an inverse head and shoulders / cup and handle? It could be one of those, but there's this imbalance all the way up here around this 552 plus area, and SPY could be targeting that as a potential target as long as we remain bullish. Now, the data should be coming out any minute now, and we'll just have to see what kind of reaction we're getting from SPY with the manufacturing numbers. But thus far, it's holding up very, very well. So we're looking at these manufacturing numbers. I think they just came out right now, and so far, you guys can see that industrial production is a teeny bit lower than what we were expecting. Capital utilization is as expected, and manufacturing production is a little bit below expectations. It's just not that bad. I don't think this is as significant as like initial jobless claims, so it's not affecting things as much. So far, the market is still attempting to hold up. So at this point, I'm just going to be looking at 549 as resistance. If we break through this, I think we could be pushing for about 550, then 552 above that. And 552 may be the ultimate target for this imbalance fill. If we don't hold 549, look at 547 as our key resistance, and then 544. Looking at the charts, we look bullish. Unfortunately for the bears, despite having these wedges, most of them did not play out, and the market remains bullish, so it's still favoring upside in my personal opinion. Now, we'll see if we end up getting a rejection or not, but so far this chart looks like it wants to continue to go higher as we have these imbalances to fill. For ES broke past its 200 EMA today, which is a good piece of news. And we're testing this resistance right over here at 55.30. If we break that, we're going all the way up towards almost 5,600. If we lose that, look at key support at 50, basically the 5,500 area. And if that fails us, we'll be looking for support at our 200 EMA at 54.50. This chart's favoring upside, especially as we have this imbalance to fill. So we're going to likely continue to push. I think there's a good chance this continues. But watch this resistance first at 55.30. We'll see if that breaks. That's going to be very important. For SPX, we're on a bit of a downtrend overall, but we're making a nice recovery attempt. We'll see if we could try to make new highs or not. But I just want to say this: watch 5480 as our resistance. If we break that, we're going all the way up to the 5500s. If we don't break that, look at 5400 flat as key support. And if we dip, we have that gap to fill. As of right now, this chart's favoring upside. It may push a little bit more, so just be prepared for that. There's been a big adjustment in the markets. Nvidia dipped, but only to continue to get bought back up. Look at this 120 resistance. We'll see if we break this or not. If that breaks, we're going up to about 122 or 121.5, excuse me. And if that breaks, then we're going to be going up towards 123. If we reject off 120, look at 117, 116 as support, followed by 113. But so far, this is looking a little bit more like it's going to push for 120. We'll see if that breaks or not. It's a tough resistance, but we're looking pretty decent. Bitcoin dipped with the double top, but now it's trying to, it held support so far, so it's trying to rebound. Look at 59,396 as resistance. And look at our key support at 58,000. We'll see if this holds up or not, but so far this chart remains decent. So make sure you look at resistance. I think we're doing a good job at holding up, in my opinion. For Tesla, we remain bullish. We're trying to uptrend right over here. We're on an uptrend technically for Tesla. We did dip yesterday, but we did not lose 200. I said in my video yesterday, if we reclaim 200, it's going to rebound. But if we get a negative reaction, fail to do so, it's going to dip. So we're holding above 202. There's a good chance we go up to 205, then 207. If we were to lose 200, we'll be looking at basically 198 as support. So watch 202 as our support for now, and 200. And then also look at resistance at 205 and 207. Tesla looks like it's going to try to push for 205 and be a little bit higher for now. So we'll just have to see how it goes. For the QQQ, we look a little bit more bullish. Look at 468 as our resistance. We break this, we're easily pushing up for basically at least for the 472s. If we lose 468, I'm looking at 466 and 464 as two minor supports. 464 is stronger support. 466 is a little bit more minor. So far, this chart favors the upside. For Aapl, we're also looking more bullish. If we were to lose 222, this will be dipping back down to 220, then 219. If we remain above and try to break resistance, we're going to be looking for basically 225. The chart remains bullish. For Supermicro, I think that we are favoring upside right now. We could continue to push for 596. So this does favor upside a little bit more. It's holding up very, very well. The Russell is trying to hold above resistance. We got to try to hold above 209. As long as we're above that, we are favoring a push for 214. If we fail to hold the 214 area, look at our key support around this 212 area, not to mention 209. So if we don't break past 212, look at 209 as support, but so far the chart favors that. For Coinbase, we're trying to push a little bit, look at 200 as resistance, followed by 203. And if we end up losing 193, look for a dip all the way down towards the 188 area. The chart still favors upside. Amazon's trying to break out. Look at 175 as our resistance. If we break this, we'll be looking for a push all the way up towards 178. So watch 176 and 178. And if we reject off 175, we'll be looking for a dip back down towards 172. The chart remains bullish, so that doesn't really change my view. For Meta is trying to push up higher. We're looking pretty decent right now. If we break past 533, our next target is going to be up towards 539. But if we reject off basically the support right here at 528, we'll be looking for a dip all the way down towards not just 525, but 520. This chart still remains bullish, though we could be pushed to the mid 530s, so it's still holding up very, very well. Microsoft is looking more bullish. Look at 420 as our key level. If we hold above this, we're going back up towards 422.5. And then if we lose 420, we're going to be looking for 417 as support. We still look bullish. Google's trying to rebound, but it's not that strong. We're still looking at 163.5 as our resistance. So watch and see how it goes. Anyways, that's it for my video. I want to thank you all so much for listening. The market is still looking bullish. Shorts got squeezed pretty badly so far. All I can really do is just follow the trend and just know that although we had a lot of these rising wedges forming, they have not played out and the market just remains bullish. So we just have to follow the trend and be unbiased from this point on. Thank you for listening, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in a few hours for another update, and peace out.